I'm eating right now as I play. There's something about survival games that makes me hungry. I mean, obviously it's because my character's starving to death, and I've already starved to death maybe 3 times in a row now. Anyway, today we're checking out Rust. I've been playing this for the last couple of hours. Yeah, there's some parts about it that are amazing, some parts aren't so cool, but look, I'm going to share the experience with you as I go. Okay, so every time that you start, whether it be when you've just logged in for the first time or after you've been killed, which is frequent in this game, you'll start with a rock and a torch. And I found gathering resources is the key to getting past the 5-minute barrier in this game. The faster you start gathering stuff, the better off you're going to be. For the first couple of hours when I played, I didn't even know I could do this. I found somebody bashing a rock against a tree and put 2 and 2 together. I'm gathering wood right now, as you can see on the right hand side. The one problem that you always got to bear in mind when you get too focused on gathering resources when you first start the game is you're going to starve to death pretty quickly. If you have a look at the bar in the bottom right there, you've got your health bar at the top, which is green. I'm on 59 health at the moment. Hydration 78. Look, I haven't lived long enough for hydration to become an issue. And 96, that's my hunger rating right now. When that hits about 20 or 25, I'm going to start getting messages saying that I'm starving. When it hits 0, my life's going to start depleting. There you go, tree. Done. Get on to the next one. Now, the 2 primary resources you want from the go-getter are wood and stone. And we use the same method for gathering stone as well. If you look around, you'll see boulders that are different colour to all the stone everywhere else. Get up there, start bashing it with a rock, and you'll have the same success that I'm having right now. You'll start gathering wood, stone, or metal, or sulphurous ore. As you walk around the island, you'll see a whole lot of structures everywhere. These are all completely player generated. I think it's kind of funny the way this game ebbs and flows, because at any time you log in, there could be anything from a whole stack of players to almost nobody on the server, and you could spend an awful amount of time building up a house, only to have somebody come up, break the front door, get inside. I think there's a tool cabinet if you have that binds ownership to you. If that's somehow taken over, I guess they could just put their own door on your building and it belongs to them. So the whole concept of ownership seems to be very transient in this game, and it's funny because the more helpless you feel at the beginning, the faster you seem to want to build a structure and find somewhere to bunk down and at least start storing your materials so that you're not losing so much every time you die. And for me, that's a frequent and common affair. Alright, pressing tab, bringing up my inventory at the moment. It also shows you a quick craft screen. These are things I can build right now. If I go to the crafting tab up the top, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of categories and what's within that category, whether you can build it or not. It'll tell you what materials you need if you click on it. 50 metal fragments to build this shelf here. Really don't need a shelf right now. What I do need is to speed up, expedite my whole crafting process. So I've made a stone hatchet. This will allow me to gather wood a lot faster, and then once that's done, I'll be building a pickaxe so I can harvest stone faster. There we go. 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds until that stone hatchet is ready, and it'll auto bind to any empty slots on the bar. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Let me just grab the last of this stone. Come on. I think the stage where you're at your most dangerous in this game is the beginning, because you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's that superhuman strength that comes from starvation. If you see another player who seems to be doing slightly better than you, all your lights are going to turn on, and it just makes more sense to attack them at that time and try and take what they've got. You've got almost nothing to lose, so if you do lose the melee round, all that'll happen is that you'll respawn. However, as soon as you start to gather more and more materials, as soon as you've got clothes, that's right, I'm buck naked, in case you didn't notice from my inventory, the more vulnerable you start to feel. Notice I'm gathering wood much faster and at twice the rate that I was before, per pull. Here we go. but I'm going to start building that pickaxe. I'm also going to start building a spear. And that should see us, at least for the next little part. Now what I'm going to be focusing on next is trying to find some hemp or something that's got cloth in it that's going to allow me to build a bow. It's going to increase my hunting. But above and beyond that, I'm going to be looking for food. And unfortunately it feels like night's coming, so my odds of finding food are drastically lower than before, if I can't see where I'm going. And what that may mean is if I get to the stage where I'm desperate and looking for food, I may have to use my torch at night time, obviously, which is going to light me up and make me obvious to anybody else that's on the island. And to date, the biggest problem that I've had, the thing that's ended my game faster than anything else, has been other people. I'm a solitary game player. I'm not really a team player, and the one thing that this game has really managed to do is emphasize my paranoia and mistrust of other human beings. And the interactions in this game seem to be very, very odd. I'm either getting stabbed in the back or shot by somebody and not seeing it coming, or having some complete stranger come up to me and compliment me on my beautiful penis, which has happened more than once. And every single time that's happened, it's been an Australian that's doing it. Now, as far as food goes, I'm at a scavenger's point of the game. I really don't have a lot of resources. Hunting's going to be very, very difficult because of the whole closing the gap problem that you have with wild game, or not being able to maintain enough distance from things like wolves or bears, which are the second on my list of game-ending events. Uh-oh, paranoid music. What the fuck's going on? What's this? This is somebody's house. Who are you? Let's go up the top. No. Alright, I'm looking for corn or mushrooms. And of course the occasional resources it presents itself. I've dropped to 46 on the starvation chart. Nights feel long in this game. Get attacked by wild animals in the dark, you've got a snowball's chance in hell of defending yourself because you just can't see where they're coming from. Here we go, we've got some hemp. 1, 2, 3. Worked out it takes 5 to make a bow. There's number 4. Come on. One small mercy in this game is there is absolutely no limitation to what you can carry other than slots. Weight doesn't matter. However, that fails to offset the ongoing and never-ending threat of being killed. It does nothing to alleviate that. Come on, I need 15 more. Let's at least try and get a bow before the sun goes down. Some food. A mushroom. My rock and piece of wood for a mushroom. Oh, here we go, look. Woo. Mushroom. From 26 starvation to 41. That's a big shot. And, generally where there's one mushroom, there's more. Oh, starving again. 40, there's the threshold. That's another mushroom. And like I said, it's other players that are the biggest threat in this game. And so many of the deaths that I've sustained have been absolutely pointless. I mean, you get people fully armed with a shotgun or some sort of weapon and armor and all of this sort of stuff, and they can see that you're naked and hitting a tree with a rock, but they'll still shoot you anyway. It's that whole thing in human beings that just validates your mistrust if you're a introvert or more people on the island. I've yet to figure out if that's proximity triggered, right? Like if you type something in chat that anybody on the island can see it, or if it's just people close to you. I suspect it's the whole island at this point. first time I died on this island, somebody rushed at me with a rock and my inventory popped open and wouldn't close while they clubbed me to death like a piñata. And then I logged on an hour or two later, and some players were commenting on one guy who had obviously some hacks to kill them as well. And some people said that there aren't any hacks on in this game, but I've seen them firsthand. They certainly do exist. The guy who was being accused of hacking didn't really care. He was carrying on the conversation saying that the account had cost him $3. It was no loss to him, so that seems to say pretty loud and clear that yes, hacking is happening in this game. Well, it looks like I'm not going to be feeding myself before the sun rises. Need to start thinking about a plan B. What I'm going to do, I don't know if this is a valid tactic, but I'm going to try and make myself a map. Here we go. Paper map. Mark a spot on the island. I'm going to make a wooden storage box. I'm going to put my resources in there. So when I starve to death, I can at least got a chance of coming back and finding this spot. I don't know if I retain the original map that I had in the game. We'll see. It's going to be a cold and very lonely, hungry night. I can hear a plane. Planes will periodically fly over the island and drop crates. Then these are an excellent way to get yourself powerful items or killed in the process of trying to get yourself powerful items. Generally the person with the biggest gun will come in and take it. It's the predator-prey equation. It's the survival of the fittest. So there it is. Holy shit. Look at this. What this means though is by the time that thing hits the ground, probably every other player on the server who's got weapons will be converging on this point. Last time I tried to get one of these, a group of guys had staked it out and took control of it. The time before that, I got killed by a wolf en route. There was nothing I could do about that. I couldn't see it. It was dark like it is right now. So I'm going to sit behind this tree and see what happens. But I am incredibly close to that. Of course, I'll probably starve to death before that thing hits the ground. Getting dark really fast. Who can say what will happen here? Oh, I'm doing it again. Looking up, rushing forward without looking where I'm going. There could be anything from cliffs to that same fucking wild dog that got me before. Ooh, too cold. Great. Asshole stopped it and dropped it in the cold part of town. Holy shit, I'm really close. Come to me. God. Just might do this. There it is. I am the fuck out of here. A lot of issues with lag and disconnections too. Okay, I'm putting this map on my toolbar. I'm going to bring it up call it right click, and I'm going to drop a marker right where I am. Because I will be dead by morning. I've got no doubt about that. I won't even make it to morning. Right now, I'm going to put this here. Oh, maybe there's a build order here, right next to somebody's house. Yeah, not the smartest strategy. Oh shit, there's some cunt there. Let's go. This dude wants a piece of me. He wants what's in that crate. Also, might have food. I'm gonna hide in this tree. See what he does. Come on, asshole. He's out there. Nope, I do not see him. Gotta do something. I can't just sit here and starve to death. I suppose the first thing I should do is put some clothes on, keep warm. At least to be warm when I'm dead. Alright, so I've set up a little legacy there. Let's see what happens. I'm in the process of starving to death right now as the night is long. I will not make it to morning, but I'm hoping that my map is persistent so that after death I can come back here and I can find that crate. Put some resources in there. Tools I can make pretty quickly. I'm not too fussed about those. But we'll see what happens with everything else. It is hemp. Of course now the hemp starts coming. It's food that I'm desperate for right now, and this is starting to end the same way that other games for me have ended. You either seem to spawn somewhere that's got lots of materials, lots of hemp, but no trees or rocks, or a place that has plenty of food but none of the above. There doesn't seem to be anything you can do about that. Let's drop this off. And that's it. I'm going to face death head on, like a man. Here we go. More review. I don't even know what this is. What is that? Coffee can helmet. I see. Oh, here I am, bravely waiting for death. No, I'm going to put my tools in there too. It's just not big enough. What do I need for one wooden box? 100 wood. I don't think I have enough. Nope. Okay. Go get it. We'll live long enough to do this. Well, Blink seems to be the resident wanker on this island, going around killing all the new players. Seems to be a defining characteristic of this game. Another thing I've noticed about it too is it seems to be very, very buggy. I get a lot of disconnections, a lot of odd messages coming up. Right now I can't wake up. I actually went to the effort of making a house before. I got some walls up, I got a roof, everything like that. I was feeling very, very, very good about myself. I built a door, I put a lock on it, made a chest and put some stuff in it. Unfortunately, somehow I managed to lock myself in my own house, and I went online to read some forums to find out what was going on with that. And it apparently seems to be quite a common error that you finally managed to achieve one of the landmark achievements in the game of actually building yourself some shelter, finally separating yourself from the elements, and then you're locked in your own fucking house. And I had to basically destroy every weapon that I had trying to bust the door down, and in the end I just got sick of it and started again because it just somehow felt like that was going to be the faster road. Right now I can't respawn even though it's saying that I'm sleeping and need to press any key to wake up. It's just not happening. Nope. It seems to be the way that this game goes for me. I play for a while and some game-ending bug happens, and it just feels like too much effort to keep playing. So I know this game's an early release at the moment, alpha release apparently. From what I understand though, alpha release means that it's been out for years now, literally for years. They've completely rebuilt the game at least once. I hear the devs are very, very good at keeping people up to date with what's going on, but early release just seems to be another word for in development indefinitely, but we're still going to rake in cash while we're doing it. Call me a cynic, but that's just the way it looks right now. Anyway, this is Game Auditor signing off.